Hello everyone, Derek Stam Toys, and we are back with another action figure review, and today we've got the Elite Series 114 Bron Breaker. This is his third Elite figure that we have seen so far. I do own the other two, and technically it would be one if he didn't have a Chase variant. Now, I don't think I've got the one pulled out, but I do have the one on display, so we can probably do a little bit of an action figure comparison. Maybe when I pause the video, I'll look for the other one and scramble around for that one real quick, just because I would kind of like to do a little comparison amongst the few. But either way, taking a look at the bullshit on the back of the box, we've got the Ilya Dragunov from this set. I would love to get the Usos, especially their chase gear. And I wouldn't mind picking up the Tommaso Ciampa, especially if we do get a Johnny Gargano in DIY gear like that. But it's also kind of a pass either way. And for me personally, same thing with the Zoe Stark. I don't personally have all that much hope for her, I guess you could say. She's good in the ring, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, the Pure Fusion Collective stuff is kind of just weird in my opinion. But all opinions aside, why don't we get this Bron Breaker out of the packaging that is very clearly beat up. I don't know if you could kind of tell that from the back of the box there, and from the front of the box down there. Holy shiza. Either way, let's get him out of his plastic prison now, shall we? Alrighty, you guys, we've got him out of the plastic prison, and we can go over the accessories now, as we usually tend to do first. Of course, he comes with two different sets of hands. On the figure, he's got a set of fist hands, and then out of the package, he does come with a set of microphone holding or weapon holding hands as well. And he also comes with this really dope ass entrance cowl that just goes right over his head, as so I want to say. Oh Jesus, mind you, I will get into this Bron Breaker and why I probably and or could have just done that, but this man looks mean as hell with that. Like, he looks grimacing with that wolf cowl on, and honestly, I really do dig it. Don't mind me taking a little thumbnail here in the middle of the video. At least I might use that for the thumbnail. I'm not exactly too sure. But yeah, getting the wolf cowl back off of him. It's got some nice red beady eyes with the white teeth and nice furish like texturing, well as rubber will get you there. Got a nice looking sculpt on the ears with fur on the inside, and they're a little bit smoother on the back, oddly enough. I don't know, maybe that's just a casual thing, I couldn't tell you. But let's move the accessories out of the way, and let's get into this Bron Breaker now, shall we? One of the first things I do notice right out the gate with this Bron Breaker, and I don't know if you'll notice it unless you own at least one of the first two Elites, and that is that they changed the skin tone on Bron Breaker here, which I'm not upset with, but in the same sense, I do think the tanner look that they used on the original two is definitely a lot better. I want to say the formula all the way around, besides the boots, technically are all the same though, so there's not really too much to worry about. But maybe we can take a look at like a potential head swap there and just see how it looks here in a minute. But I do want to get into this Bron Breaker head scan, and I hope they do have a basic with this head scan that is in the color of the older Elites, because I'd love to use this kind of head scan on the older Elites, because I think Bron Breaker with the full beard is just a menacing ass man. Yeah, him with the goatee looks badass too, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like him with the full beard is just a whole nother level. Of course, you've got the black wrist tape, You've got the tattoo inspired by Goldberg's shoulder tattoo on his shoulder there. You've got all black singlet pretty much with a couple of logos. Technically a missing logo off the back here, I want to say as well. As a little bit of paint chip there, I think I'm seeing. Either that or that's a little bit of paint blemish that was left over from cleaning, or yeah, from using some other sort of paint. I could not tell you. Of course, we've got the black knee pads with the black boots that say Breaker down the sides. Of course, because it's the newer feet mold, this one can rotate. So you've got that plus the standard articulation that comes with the ankles here, with the ankle rock forward and stuff of that nature. But yeah, I can't lie, I do love this attire. You've got the dog there with the grimacing like dog face there, wolf face, whatever you want to say. It is all really good, and I can't even lie, though they're a little bit stiff, he can actually pose fairly well in both legs. So that's actually kind of something a little new here on the channel, I guess you could say. Normally I gotta deduct points for that. If anything, the only points I am deducting today is a little bit of paint blemish that is here on the back of the leg, and I want to say the same leg, that foot is a tad bit loose, but other than that, this Bron Breaker is fairly solid. But with that being said, let's kind of get into those head swaps real quick. You know, switching the head scans, it doesn't really look all that bad. I think it's because the skin tone's only off in one area, but it's not all that noticeable in person. But it is definitely noticeable here on camera, as you can definitely see the difference in the skin tones. But let's check out the head scan on the other Elite now real quick. Alrighty, now this is where it might get a little bit weird, I guess you could say, as I don't know how I'd feel about the beard being on this outfit in particular, but it's a good thing I don't really plan to use this outfit much if I do fed with Bron Breaker, and that's just because I feel like the all black gear definitely works just fine. Plus, if I really want to, we do also have the pink gear as well. But yeah, with that being said, why don't we get Bron Breaker all posed up, and well, we can get into the final touches of this action figure review now, shall we? Alrighty, you guys, we've got the Bron Breaker all set up in his final pose. He's spearing the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Another what if scenario that could happen, you never know, but at least in this case, this would actually also be a really banger of a match. I could really see it too, Cody Rhodes playing into the, you know, I guess you could say underdog babyface role, just because Bron Breaker, he's just that muscly powerhouse dude that's gonna break through him. And he's got agility and athleticism, pulling off Hurricane Ranas and shit of that nature. So, you know, when it comes down to it, this Bron Breaker, hey, it's actually fairly damn good. Yeah, there's a couple of things I might have small gripes with, but at the end of the day, they're not too terrible. It's not like, you know, a leg was too stiff and I can't bend it, or glue was stuck in a joint and now I can't use a hand, which actually happened with the Orange Cassidy figure from a few days ago. I realized his thumbs up hand is like stuck in a permanent pose, so that's kind of just whatever, not to steal Orange Cassidy's line. But what can I say about this Bron Breaker figure? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd have to give him a good solid 8.5, honestly. Now, that's just with mine. Don't take that to heart. Yours could have sucked. You could think, oh, well, what the hell? My Logan Paul barely moves. My Logan Paul's broken. My Logan Paul this. My Logan Paul that. Well, I don't have yours. I can only speak from my experience. But in that same department, though, we also do gotta get the 1 to Young Buck match out of the way. So what would I give this man on a scale of 1 to 5 stars? If I gave him a 8 out of 10 or an 8.5 out of 10, I gotta give him a good solid 4 out of 5 stars. I just feel like that's fair. And honestly, with all that being said, because I'm not trying to keep you guys here too long, some of my other action figure reviews I ranted on for like a little bit there. But just to, wrap this up, I guess if you like the video, feel free to like the video. If not, womp womp, I guess. But if you did like the video, feel free to go check out some of my other action figure content, such as, action figure reviews. God damn, I couldn't get that out for a second there. We did just review Logan Paul along with quite a few other figures throughout the past number of days, let alone maybe weeks. I'm also, one of these days gonna work on trying to get a decent size unboxing going, because it's been a minute since we've done an unboxing video. On top of that as well, we should have a pick fed video coming out tomorrow, if not Saturday, the latest, and that's just based off of me editing and all that kind of shiznit. And that'll be the main event to Ladder War, and then I'm gonna take a small little break to just kind of get other things in order and get things in check. And yeah, when it comes down to it, hopefully I'll just be able to figure out what I feel like I need to figure out, and we can get these highlight versions of Chaos Theory on the road, which that's the main thing. I just don't know if I want to do like a ESPN style, or if I want to just kind of run the show how it would be, but in highlight format, like when people steal full pay-per-view shows and they just show highlights of the matches and not the full match, so then they don't get the video taken down right away. Anywho, with all that being said, if you guys could also do me an incredible favor, it'd be great if maybe you could go follow me on Instagram, and if not Instagram, at least give me a nice little sub here, just because, while I changed the song there, because fuck Charlotte Flair. We've got 329 at the moment subscriber count. We are on the road to 350. So, if you guys would, feel free to subscribe. It is free to subscribe. You would be doing a big help if you do. At least do it if you enjoy the content. I'm not going to beg you to subscribe just so you never watch any of my content again. I want these returning viewers that are not subscribed. Come on, boss. Please, just give me the token. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck that was about, so ignore that. But on that note, though, genuinely, have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I'm not in your time zone. As long as we're not in inner city Chicago, I think we'll be fine, though. Well, at least from what I've heard. On that note, have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know. But on that note, deuces, ooses. How many times did I say but on that note? Jesus Christ. Yeet.